Hello students, in this video I want to explain sign convention for convex and concave lenses. In case of spherical lenses, I want to explain the sign convention. See, in this diagram, based in this diagram, how to apply the sign convention. Before going to that, so keep these 4 or 5 points in your minds. First one is the all distances measured from optic center only. All distances measured from optic center. The second point is the distances which are measured along the direction of incident ray or in the direction of incident ray. Such distances we treated as positive. Next point is the distances which are measured opposite to the incident ray direction. Such distances we treated as negative. So fourth point, the distance which is measured above the principal axis are taken as positive. Fifth point, the distances which are measured below the principal axis we taken as negative. These are the points, important points for sign convention. According to these points, based on these points, we apply the sign convention for these two pictures, these two situations. See here, in this first situation, in the first case, when the object is placed at beyond 2f2. In this case, the object is placed beyond 2f2. Already we know here, when the object is placed beyond 2f2, the image formed between f2 and 2f2. When the object is placed beyond 2f1, the image is formed between f2 and 2f2. See here, when the object is placed beyond 2f1, so this is O dash is the object. To form the formation of image by the convex lens by using the two rules. One is the light ray which is parallel to principal axis. The light incident on the convex lens which is parallel to principal axis. After aiding the refraction, the refracted ray passes through focus, that is f2. Third rule, the light ray which is passes through optic center or optical center, it undeviated. So this is the refracted ray, this is also refracted ray. These two are intersect at this point to form the image. So that's why it is the real and inverted image and a diminished image also. In this situation, how to apply the sign convention? Already we know here that distance from f1 to optic center is nothing but focal length. It is also f2 to optic center is nothing but focal length. And here, from here to here, the distance from optic center to 2f2 is nothing but radius of curvature for this curved surface. This is the radius of curvature for this curved, for the second curved surface. This is the radius of curvature R2. This is the R1. So, and the object distance from object to, see, optical center to object, the distance from optical center to object is nothing but object distance. The distance from optic center to image is nothing but image distance represented by V, like this. So, O dash represents the height of the object or size of the object. I dash represents height of the image or size of the image. Now we have to apply the sign convention. What about focal length of convex lens? The focal length of convex lens always positive. The focal length of convex lens always positive because it is a converging lens. Next one, if it is radius of curvature, R1 is measured from optic center to 2f2. That's why here R1 is positive because it is measured along the direction of incident ray. So R2 is negative because we are measure the R2 means from optic center to 2F1. So this is the R2 measured opposite direction of incident ray. That's why it is taken as negative. And after that, the object distance means we are measured from how? Optic center to object we are measured from here. So towards left side, from right to left, but incident ray from left to right. It is opposite direction. That's why U is negative. What about V? V is image is formed here. Image distance means from optic center to image. So we are measured along this direction. This direction is along the direction of incident ray. That's why V is positive. After that, here object height or size. The size of the object or height of the object above the principal axis. That's why height of the object represents. So treated as positive above the principal axis. Next, height of the image. Height of the image H suffix I. So height of the image means we are measure the height of image from I to I dash. We are measured below the principal axis. That's why it is taken as negative. The same situation here. Here also. See here. In this case, this is the F1 to F1. If it is the F2 to F2. In this case also same here. Focal length of the convex lens always positive. The light is incident on this curved surface. That's why this is the first curved surface. This is the second curved surface. The first curved surface is along this direction. So that's why here R1 is positive, R2 is negative. R2 means this is the second curved surface. We are measured like this. From near the optic center to F1 is nothing but R2 is negative. And object distance, object is measured from optic center to object, from right to left, but incident ray is from left to right. That's why object distance is also negative. Whatever image distance in this situation, image is formed same side of the object. That's why we have measured the distance, image distance from optic center to image. So from right to left, but incident ray is from left to right. It is also negative, opposite direction of the incident ray. We have measured the distance. Image distance is measured opposite direction of incident ray. That's why negative. And same situation here. What about object, height of the object or size of the object above the principal axis? Positive. And height of the image or size of image above the principal axis, it is also positive. This is how to apply the sign convention in any situations like this. After that, we going to the. I want to explain lens formula, not mirror, lens formula. Let us consider a convex lens. Already you know convex lens focal length is positive. See here, when the object is placed beyond 2f1, the image is formed between f2 and 2f2. So for our convenience, the object is we call as AB. And here O dash, the image is A dash B dash. From this diagram, see here O dash and F2. This is right angle triangle. Similarly, A dash B dash F2. A dash B dash F2. This is also right angle triangle. From these two, O dash F2, A dash B dash F2. These two are similar triangles. From similar triangle properties, from O dash F2 and A dash B dash F2. From these two triangles, these two are similar triangles. That's why here we have to write here from these. This is the base of this triangle, this is the base of this triangle, this is the height of this triangle, this is the height of this triangle. From these, So we have to write O dash divided by A dash B dash according to similar triangle properties from these two triangles O dash F2 and A dash B dash F2. O dash by A dash B dash equal to see here. So O F2 divided by F2 A dash. F2 A dash. That implies O dash divided by A dash B dash equal to O F2 by F2 A dash. F2 A dash is nothing but O A dash minus O F2. O A dash minus O F2 is nothing but F2 A dash. So that's why this is O A dash minus F2 A dash. For our convenience, that implies here A dash B dash divided by O dash equal to O A dash minus F2 A dash whole divided by O F2 from this. OF2. This is equation number 1. So after that, from these two triangles, shall I take now ABO is a right angle triangle. Similarly, A dash B dash O is a right angle triangle. A dash B dash O, this is a right angle triangle. ABO is a right angle triangle. So and ABO and A dash B dash O is the similar triangle. Again from the similar triangle properties from these two triangles. So what are the triangle? From triangle ABO and triangle A dash B dash O. From triangle O dash you have to here like this triangle. So from these one, this is base of this triangle AB divided by A dash B dash equal to here height of the triangle OA divided by OA dash. OA dash. So for our convenience, this is we have to write A dash B dash by AB equal to O A dash divided by OA. So from these one, but AB, these two are BO dash and AO, both are parallel lines. That's why AB must be equal to OO dash. AB, this height must be equal to this one. So that's why for our convenience we have to write A dash B dash divided by OO dash equal to OA dash divided by OA. Therefore here, so AB equal to OO dash. So this is equation number 2. From equation 1 and 2, equation 1 A dash B dash by O dash, equation 2 A dash B dash by O dash, both are represented like this. So that's why from equations 1 and 2, from equations 1 and 2, I want to write like this: OA dash divided by OA equal to OA dash minus F2A dash divided by OF2. OF2. See here. OF2. F2A dash. See this one here. O dash A dash B dash. O dash OF2. See here, O dash means O dash. Height is nothing but OF2. This is A dash B dash means F2 A dash. F2 A dash is nothing but OA dash minus OF2. OA dash, it is replaced by, see here, OF2 divided by F2 A dash is nothing but F2 A dash. F2 A dash is nothing but OA dash minus OF2. This is not OF2. F2O, F2O. So this is also F2O. So like this. So that's why here from this is the F2O or OF2 for our convenience. From these OA dash divided by OA equal to OA dash minus OF2 divided by OF2. From this, see, OA dash divided by OA equal to OA dash by OF2 minus OF2 by OF2 equal to 1. So this equation is dividing with OA dash. It is dividing with OA dash in the sense 1 by OA equal to 1 by OF2 minus 1 by OA dash. 1 by OA from O to A is nothing but object distance. So that's why 1 by U equal to 1 by OF2 from O to F2 is nothing but focal length of the convex lens. So that's why 1 by F minus O A dash from O to A dash is nothing but image distance. So is nothing but 1 by V. Now we have to apply the sign convention. U is we are measure from O to U, but incident ray is like this. We are measure opposite to the incident ray. That's why it is negative. 1 by minus U equal to 1 by F. F is the positive for the convex lens. Minus 1 by V. We are measure the image distance from optical center to A dash along the direction of incident ray. That's why this is plus V. From this equation, I want to write like this: 1 by F equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U. 1 by F equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U. This is the lens formula. Lens formula. When we are applying or when we are using this formula, compulsory you should apply the sign convention. For convex lens, F is positive. For concave lens, F is negative. Object distance always negative. Image distance, some case it is positive for convex lens. So that's why. So when we are using this formula, compulsory we have to apply the sign convention. After that, last and final part in this refraction, power of the lens. What is meant by power of the lens? The power of the lens is defined as the reciprocal of the focal length. The power of the lens is defined as the reciprocal of the focal length. So that's why power of the length is denoted by P. P equal to 1 by F, reciprocal of focal length, and the power is measured in diopters. When we are measure the power in diopters, so P equal to 1 by F. If F is in meters, F in meters. If I want to F in centimeters, so 100 by F. So F in centimeters. This is F in meters, P equal to 1 by F. F in centimeters, P equal to 100 by F. So when we get the power of the lens by using these formula, we get the power or focal length of lens. So we know the focal length, we have to find the power. We know the power, we have to find the focal length of the lens. For example, here in this case, convex lens. The convex lens, I want to find the convex lens power. The focal length of convex lens is 25 centimeter. Already know convex lens focal length is always positive. So I want to find the power. Power equal to 1 by f. But it is given here in centimeter. That's why 100 by 25. 100 by 25 is nothing but 4 diopters. The power of the convex lens is in this situation 4 diopter. It is the positive. That's why convex lens power is also positive. Focal length positive and power is also positive. Convex lens, in case of convex lens, power is positive. In case of concave lens, focal length is negative, power is also negative. Thank you.